Good morning. Welcome to the morning report. You can see right there in that crepe myrtle tree. I have a set of clothes up. This is day 4 since I've put them into soaking water and soap, and this is about the first 24 hours straight that we've been. There's a bit of a wind right now. It's annoying, but it's not that cold. But this is the first time in about a month that we've had 24 hours of comfortable weather. Actually, all I have to do is move about 100 feet and I would be out of the wind, and the temperature would be 20 degrees higher in that little microclimate right over there because of all the masonry and the sunlight and I'm going to try to keep this short. I've spoken, especially on my original channel, which I still carried on with, and my second channel. I've mentioned this thing about the genetics of loneliness. And yesterday I had to do something that was super hard, but I'm going to tell it to you quickly. But please bear in mind, this is my space. Has been unchallenged for 6.5 months. I was sitting on the other side of the tree, but then I realized that the more I trod upon that, I was going to kill grass. So, especially so I moved to this spot, which was had been covered with mulch, so that I'm not killing anything. As a matter of fact, where I throw my urine spread out, that's some of the greenest and strongest of the little plants. They were trimmed anyway. Woman comes up here right after the sun had dipped below the building, but wasn't dark. But it was kind of dark up in this spot. And twice I had to do something that really kind of hurt my soul. But like I said, please bear in mind that this is my space. I'd waited till almost 1 o'clock in the afternoon for a delivery of some weed, which was free. I'm supposed to have a meeting later today, and I think there's going to be a continuation of there's an industrious party around here that's I'm not sure of all the details yet. Something about possibly one of the legal medical dispensaries and or growing operation. And from the start, he's been talking about possibly hiring me as a consultant. I don't know. We'll find out later today. Yeah, that wind's annoying, but it's not freezing me. I'm not. Anyway, I'll get on with it. There'd already been like some guy looking for somebody on a bicycle. They was doing a hookup, some kind of drug or gay hookup kind of thing or some shit. He was. And then out of nowhere came a little Oriental lady. I'd say probably Korean. Not sure, but first thing she said was, "Do you need a doctor?" And I said, "Yeah," but then I had so much trouble trying to understand what she was saying. She was really just lonely and looking for a companionship, and she thought that she could kind of just take over my life for a while, that I wouldn't mind it. I told her fairly quickly that, for one thing, when I have to pull out my earphones to listen to your she first kind of feigned interest in and wanting to help me, but in fact, she's the one that needed help. I was talking about nobody helps her. Her daughters apparently went to UT, have her families full of professionals, stuff like that. But she's had a hip replacement. She's a mature woman. She's might be my age. Her hair was gray or had been tinted, something close to gray or kind of. And I had to actually, after a while, I tried to get through to her repeatedly that she's making me think about things that I don't want to think about, because she kept trying to use my health status to talk about her health status and the fact that she's not getting, you know, I don't know how that's possible. It's that she's not getting some kind of disability or some shit, or and she clearly is housed and was riding really what is a expensive, kind of old style, kind of a Schwinn style kind of bike kind of thing. But she was complaining about it, and she was driving me a little bit nuts because she pretended. I asked her to please go away. I literally had to say it because her English was not very good, and that alone was driving me nuts. Had a lot of trouble trying to, and I just didn't want to. She was harshing my buzz. She was stealing my time. It's because I had a limited quality. I only received about a gram yesterday. So that's I'm working on more, but I really don't have that strong a drive. And I would want it to be like what I got was very clean and green, low tar. I think that's one of the reasons they like to hire me as a consultant is I know the difference between what is good and bad weed and how to grow it properly. Especially you got to watch that nitrogen. But I'll get on with it. And the woman after at first I was going, please, I want to listen to my music. Please go away. And it took a lot to get her to just go away. And I'm thinking, am I going to have to pepper spray this moment? Because she was maintaining a pretty good distance, but that was also part of the problem, is that the traffic noise was making it almost impossible for me to understand her English as second language or third language. She left, and then on my periphery of my vision, I noticed that she was on the sidewalk with the bike watching me, and then she approached again and tried to engage again. Some kind of question about how could she get an attorney. She had indicated she had really no interest in being, what's the term, convivial, being collegial, being conversationalist. It was mostly about her. It wasn't about me. It was about her invading my space and trying to tell me about her. And the second time, I just had to absolutely insist that she go away. Now, the woman's just lonely. From what I can pick up, her children are not really doing what would happen in her native country, which would be she would get to hang around all the time and bug her children to death because that is their culture. But that ain't my culture, and this ain't her tree. This is my tree. This is my space. And don't make me have to ask you. She was really lucky yesterday was that it was getting close to dark, and I didn't really feel like pepper spraying somebody that would instantly be perceived as the victim by cops. They're trained to, since she's an alleged minority, not a minority on this planet. That's just the kind of way it is. It was sad to see that she needed the company, somebody so bad that she was willing to irritate people, irritate an old man in a wheelchair while she's out riding a bicycle with a hip replacement and looking perfectly fucking healthy, bitching about she needs this and that. And I just had to tell her, I don't want to talk about it. Don't want to think about it. Please go away. Go away. Please go away. That's pretty much it. That's fucking sad. That's the kind of person who commits suicide in that Margaret Mead kind of way of as revenge on people that didn't give her attention. If you're not familiar with, I think it was Margaret Mead that was the first to point out that, like in the South Pacific, suicide is often used as a form of revenge within your tribe to force everybody to think about you finally and stick in your mind and get to blame them for killing yourself. Yeah, I ain't buying that shit.